This is a clip from the Virtuoso show, enriching entertainment through story and sound.
Okay, we have the Titanic up for our story segment today. In short summary, James Cameron's epic film Titanic is the story of the largest and most luxurious ship ever built, which was deemed the unsinkable state-of-the-art floating Ritz Hotel. The Ship of Dreams brought the final song to over 1,500 people in the icy North Atlantic on April 15, 1912. There's also a great focus on the diamond, known as the Heart of the Ocean, which has tales of being based on the 45-carat Hope diamond, worth an estimated $250 million. When I look at this movie, I think that the meaningful message is that love is an unexplainable and boundless phenomenon. An enlightened excerpt from the film. From the film is when Jack says, "Where to, miss?" and Rose responds, "To the stars." Jack also says later on in the film, "I got everything I need right here with me. I got air in my lungs, a few blank sheets of paper. I mean, I love waking up in the morning not knowing what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet, where I'm going to wind up. Just the other night I was sleeping under a bridge, and now here I am, on the grandest ship in the world, having champagne with you fine people. I figure life's a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it. You don't know what hand you're going to get dealt next. You learn to take life as it comes at you, and make each day count." Well, that, my friends, is quite a beautiful message about living each day to the fullest. The clever concept of the Titanic film, I think, can be argued, whereas the deeper meaning of the theme of this movie is about the separation of class. For Jack is a poor young man and Rose is an aristocratic young woman. But Cupid was bound to make these two meet, and by doing so, opposites attract. Throughout their relationship, we see these characters go through concepts of selfless love and materialism, and learning to deal with what each other can bring to the table, and what each other is missing in their lives. With Jack, Rose can gain a deeper understanding of her life in a way that she can move away from being spoiled to becoming a more free person, free from the shackles of her class. Jack burst her bubble, who she could love. Suddenly, her eyes and heart were open, and she was no longer thinking of her arranged marriage. "Paint me like one of your French girls" symbolizes this change. Plus, running around a ship breaking the rules certainly leads to an exciting film. The brilliant blemish, I think, in this film is that a woman's heart is as deep as the ocean of secrets, Rose said. At the end of Titanic, why does Rose throw away that necklace? I mean, if it's worth an estimated $250 million, why on earth would you throw it to the bottom of the ocean? Could be a brilliant blemish. This always struck me as odd. Maybe she wanted to avoid all the legal battles from cashing in on such a diamond, or maybe it goes deeper than that. I think we may consider that her highest self believes that the best home for this diamond is with the lives that were lost, and most importantly with Jack. It shows that she's forever held Jack in her heart, and by dropping the diamond, she's finally letting it go, giving it to Jack's memory forever. As one of the band members said on the ship, "Gentlemen, it's been a privilege playing with you tonight." And it sure has been a privilege sharing the meaningful message and clever concept behind Titanic. Thank you for listening. In today's Culinary Corner, I am focusing on elegance. From the winery Gary Farrell Today I am excited to be sipping a gem from the Russian River. I've picked a Pinot Noir from Gary Farrell. See, I recall driving up the long, windy road, climbing into the hills high above the fog, and being welcomed by Kevin into a breathtaking tasting room, with vistas that were only surpassed by the elegance and exciting profile of the wines here. The cool breeze from the nearby Pacific lends its grace to these beautiful liquid expressions of the land. My Pinot has a backbone of acidity that's both mouth-watering and would work perfectly with a variety of meals. But I greatly look forward to pairing it with my Moroccan salmon later on. Teresa Heredia is the winemaker, and she has done a very good job pulling the best traits of Sonoma County into these wonderful wines. My Pinot today is light, lively, fresh, bright. The red fruits are exuberant, and it is making this podcast recording just such a gem. Thank you, Gary Farrell, for producing such beautiful Pinots and generally cool Burgundian varietals. Thank you. Alright, next I'm going to talk about Jekyll and Hyde, which is an album produced by Zac Brown Band. In short summary, Zac Brown Band is a Grammy award-winning and certified triple platinum band in the genre of country and rock. And the particular album, released in April of 2015, I want to focus on here, was actually a #1 Billboard 200 album, making it their third to reach this list. It's a fantastic album. Their clever concept is a musical personality shift, like the diabolical two-faced character created by Robert Louis Stevenson, Jekyll and Hyde. The album is an example of an amalgamation of soft rock and country rock, even heavy metal, big band, bluegrass, even electronic genres. It proves that the band has musical taste and reach that is pretty much endless. I remember being astounded by the diversity on this album, and it has remained with me since it has come out. Fabulous piece of music. So I think a couple meaningful messages here. There's one song which is titled Heavy is the Head, and there's a few lyrics which go like this. No soul knows his trouble. High upon his throne, loved by few and judged by many, he bears that weight alone. It's a lifelong expedition, second-guessing your decisions. Man, the pressures of being at the top. It is lonely up there. I often read about people who make it only want the simple pleasures of life back. And Roberta and I often have conversations where she tells me stories about her celebrity friends and how they can't even go out to dinner or shopping without being harassed. I don't know, man. Is it all worth it? You tell me. Another song is called Dress Blues, and this one really hits close to home. It gave me chills down my spine when I first heard it. There's one line that goes, "Did you get your chance to make peace with the man before he sent down his angels for you?" Religion aside, this excerpt highlights the fact that every one of us, not only our soldiers, have a limited amount of time. So are you living with a peace of mind? You never planned on the bombs in the sand or sleeping in your dress blues. Man, this lyric, this one is powerful. You never planned on the bombs in the sand. This made me wonder a great deal about my brothers who are in the service. I've always been scared for them, and all soldiers, as well as the families of our soldiers, for what they have to live with. A big question mark, a real uncertainty about life and how much is left. So it makes me have a great appreciation for the men and women who are serving our country and standing up for our freedom. The enlightened excerpt from this album I think that we can all take to heart for our lovers. There's an excellent song which has a great line. It goes, "You make loving you easy. You make crossing out finding an angel off my list." Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. And then there's this one part where it goes like, "Cross out finding an angel off my list." I think if you ever say that to your sweetheart, "Oh, you made crossing finding an angel off my list," save that one for your sweetie. So, with all this in mind, these great lyricists, these great genre-bending musicians, it makes me wonder if one is such an amalgamation, then what does one really stand for? Something to ponder. Thanks for taking a moment to listen to this excerpt. If you like what you've heard here, maybe you'd enjoy the full show. I invite you to check it out wherever you get your podcasts. If you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, please go to trevorsthoughts.com and sign up for my email. Alternatively, you can shoot me a quick message at muse@trevorsthoughts.com. That's MUSE, like the Greek muses. I'll send you an email back and we can begin our relationship from there. Till next time, aloha.